Outlander's final secret. Sam Heughan reveals Jamie and Claire's surprising love. 8 a.m. London time. The Empire UK Film magazine published a headline that sent the Outlander fan world into a frenzy. Sam Heughan officially reveals details of the final episode of Outlander. Jamie and Claire. The ending no one expected. In less than 2 hours, the hashtags #Outlander finale and #Jamie Claire forever climbed straight to the top 1 worldwide. Fan forums were ablaze. Some gasped, others insisted, he must be joking. Others wrote, if this is true, I don't know if I can handle it. No one had ever dared to reveal the ending details of a series that has lasted nearly a decade, especially when Outlander is famous for its twists that make audiences cry and angry. But this time, it wasn't a rumor, not a leak from the crew. It was Sam Heughan himself, who plays Jamie Fraser, who said it. The fateful interview. The story begins with Sam Heughan's exclusive interview with Empire reporters, conducted in an old hotel room in the heart of Edinburgh. It's a light rain. Sam appears in a grey wool coat, a slight beard, a quiet look in his eyes. I think, he says, his voice deep and warm, the fans have been with us for so long. They deserve to know what's waiting for them at the end of this road. The reporter asks, half jokingly, half seriously. You mean, you're going to reveal it? Aren't you afraid of being cut off? Sam laughs, shaking his head slightly. They can't stop Jamie from saying the last word. He takes a deep breath, then says slowly, the final episode of Outlander won't end with death. It ends with a choice. And sometimes, that choice hurts more than death. The reporter is stunned. The words, choice, and, more painful than death, immediately became hot topics. Sam leaned over, his eyes fixed on the window where the rain was falling steadily. Claire will have to choose between staying with Jamie, or returning to her own century, where her children are waiting. And Jamie will let her go. The song of separation. Sam said that when he read the script for the final episode, he actually cried. When I read the part where Jamie says the last line, my hands were shaking. I knew it wasn't just a goodbye in the show, it was a farewell to a part of my own life. According to him, the final scene of Outlander is not as grand as people think. There is no battle, no miracle. Just a cold dawn, a misty steppe, and Jamie, standing watching Claire walk through the stone gate of time, where it all began. Claire said, I'll come back, you know it. Jamie just smiled and said, I don't need you to come back. I just need to know you were here. Sam paused, looking down at the table, his voice almost whispering. And then she disappeared. No music, no dialogue. Just the wind. The reporter was speechless. After a moment of silence, Sam laughed softly, trying to break the atmosphere. The director said it was the scene that cost the least budget, but made the whole crew cry the most. Behind the scenes secret, when Jamie and Claire went off screen, Sam said that scene was the last scene he and Katrina Balfe did together. We didn't act anymore, we couldn't. When the director said, action, we were both real. He remembered that morning, the weather was foggy, the wind was so cold that his hands were numb. Katrina, wearing an old cloak, walked out into the prairie. I looked at her, and in that moment, I no longer saw Claire. I saw a friend, someone who had been with me for 10 years of my life. After the scene ended, the whole crew was silent. Katrina approached him, hugged him tightly, and said nothing. When she let go, I realized, Outlander is not just a movie. It is our life. The real reason for the ending. The reporter asked, why did it have to end like that? Fans want a happy ending. Sam smiled softly, his eyes filled with sadness. Happiness is not always being together forever. For Jamie and Claire, happiness is knowing that their love transcends time. even when they are no longer in the same time. He said that author Diana Gabaldon herself participated in the script consultation. Jamie and Claire don't need a fairy tale ending, she said. They need a real ending. And real here means acceptance, that sometimes love is about letting go, letting the other person live their life to the fullest. Jamie understands that Claire belongs to both worlds, Sam said. And he chooses to be the spirit holding the door, the one who sends her away, not holding her back. The twist that stunned fans. But Sam didn't stop there. He revealed another detail that no one expected. Jamie didn't actually disappear. After Claire leaves, the audience will see Jamie standing on the grassland, looking towards the stone gate. He smiles, then turns away. But in the last frame, there is a young girl, curly hair, wearing 18th century dress, approaching him. The reporter was surprised. Who is that girl? Sam simply replied, meaningfully. She is the one Claire sent back to you, so you won't be alone. Fans later discovered that it was Brianna, Jamie and Claire's daughter, who went back in time to find her father. Final scene, Jamie hugs her, smile in the morning light. The episode ends with an embrace, not a breakup, Sam said wisely. Because love is always sought after. After the interview, Empire UK released an exclusive behind-the-scenes photo, Sam and Katrina hugging in the pouring rain, their eyes red, surrounded by the silent crew. The photo immediately became iconic. Fans called it the last embrace. Katrina later reshared the photo on Instagram, with the caption, 10 years, a story, a beautiful goodbye. The post received more than 5 million likes in 24 hours. In the comments section, fans wrote, not only Jamie and Claire, but we, the audience, are saying goodbye to ourselves. I never thought an ending could be so painful and yet so beautiful. Sam Heughan's feelings, when Jamie was no longer just a role. The reporter asked Sam, do you feel empty when everything ends? He was silent for a long time before answering. Yes, when they said, cut, I felt like I had lost a loved one. Jamie had lived in me for so long that sometimes I didn't know who I was without him. He smiled, but his eyes were moist. In the final scene, when I was standing alone, watching Claire go, I didn't have to act. I really felt lonely, because I knew this was the last time we would be together like that. Then he added, but maybe, somewhere in another timeline, Jamie and Claire are still living happily. I like to think so. Fan reactions, from anger to emotion. When Sam's revelation went viral, social media was divided. One side praised it as the perfect ending to a love that transcended time, the other side was outraged. No. Jamie and Claire have to be together, forever. On Reddit, one fan wrote, I cried and laughed at the same time. Outlander taught me that love is not bound by time, it lives in memory. Another commented, Sam Heughan didn't just reveal the plot. He just revealed the philosophy of the whole show. The truth behind the decision to spoil. Interestingly, according to behind-the-scenes news, Sam was not allowed to reveal the ending. Stars kept it a secret, signing a strict confidentiality agreement. However, when asked why he still revealed it, Sam simply said, because Jamie would never leave his fans in the dark. Director Matthew Roberts later tweeted cryptically, sometimes, the real storyteller is the character. Fans believe the crew tacitly agreed to let Sam cross the line, as a final thank you to the audience who have stuck with him for the past decade.